So I want to get you from here to here, and it's only going to take you having a Google Sheets tracker linked below and 10 minutes a week. Welcome to the Financial Spotlight. I'm Chantrell, and I'm here to give you financial tips and tricks that are going to help you on your road to know your money. Today, we are talking about getting your books in order, and I want to help you get your books in order. So first, we're going to look at this is the small business income and expenses bookkeeping tracker that I sell. I will link to it down in the description box, but this is basically just so we can go through it and you can see exactly what you need to do your bookkeeping yourself every month. Okay, so first things first, like I said, you need to know your income and you need to know your expenses. Every week, you need to look at your income. So here I put in income based on what I did. So tax preparation, the invoice to the client was 221 on the date, November 1st. You put that information in, how much you charged them, and then if it was a discount or whatever, you put that information in there. That's your income. You have to make sure you need to look at everything in your income. Did you send out your invoices? Have you received the payments from everybody from all your products and your services? Are your credit cards holding payments? Are there any services you need to do to get paid? Now we're going to go to your expenses. And when you go to the expenses spreadsheet or the expenses area, you need to know exactly what you're paying for. So I would basically categorize everything for the expenses. So if you look here, this is what your accountant, tax person, CPA, whoever, this is what they would see on the when they're doing your taxes. So they wouldn't see internet, but that would be like in the other area. But they would see advertising. They would see if you were paying contractors. They would see equipment rental. Those are all of the categories that you can put your expenses in. And then you're going to type out exactly, or you got to know, write out, type out, however you're going to do it. You need to know exactly what the item is that you're spending money on, the date that you paid for it, and then how much you're paying. And then again, you're going to put whatever notes there, or you're going to write down anything next to your document to know what you spent that money on. You need to categorize every expense for the week in those tax time or tax like categories. So, like I said, for example, if you had a website, that's your advertising. You have AT&T, that's your internet, that's going to be in the other sections. But if you had printer cartridges, that's office supplies. Postal fees, that's office expenses, and so on and so forth. So you need to categorize that. Then you need to review all of your bank accounts. So if you have checking accounts, bank accounts, credit card statements, payments, make sure that they're all legitimate. And I'm sorry, not make sure that they're all of the charges on your accounts. Make sure everything is legitimate. So you don't want to be getting like, charged every single month for something, and then you go look at it 6 months down the line, you're like, what is this? Why am I getting charged for this? No, that's why you need to look at it every single month so that you can say, okay, this is not supposed to be, I'm not supposed to be getting charged for this. What is this? And if it's not, make sure you dispute that with your credit card company and you dispute it with your bank. Whoever it is that's making that charge, make sure you dispute it. And then check all your subscriptions and your memberships and see if you're still using them. You might not be using them. And if you're not using them every month, cancel them. That's going to save you a couple of dollars. I know for my business, I have a few subscriptions that I pay for every month. I have my, my website, my email company or email company. Yeah, email company. I have those that I pay for every single month, but there's sometimes you might have a subscription to, say, like your postal service thing. You might not use postal service anymore. So why are you paying for it every month? So maybe you need to cancel it. And then on every month, what you need to do is you need to have a to-do list. So every month you're going to download and save your bank and credit card statements. Then you're going to download copies of your checks you wrote. And then you need to reconcile your statements with your information in this bookkeeping system, whatever your bookkeeping system is. You could be using this, you could be using your QuickBooks, whoever it is, Zero, whoever it is that you use. You need to reconcile your statements with the information in that account. So in that tracker. And when it comes to organizing, I got you covered. I have put together an income and expenses tracking sheet or actual Google Doc that is going to help you to stay organized, keep your income and then your expenses all in one place. And then once you have all of that organized, you will be able to calculate your payments, your income, your expenses, and also have your profit and loss statement at the end of all of that without paying a monthly fee, without having a program or anything like this. This is all in Google Sheets. If you're interested in getting that tracker, go ahead and click the link down in the description box so you can download it today. You have instant access to it. As soon as you download it, you'll be able to use it. And I put instructions in there and everything for you so that you know exactly how to use the tracker to benefit you and your business. Now you're going to reconcile your bank statements. And how you reconcile: first, like I said, gather all of your records. So you remember you have your bank statements, your credit card statements, you have your checks that you wrote or your payments that you made, and all of that information. And then you also have your bookkeeping system so you can look at both of those. And then second, you're going to compare. You're going to look at the payments and all the stuff that you have record of and look in the bank statements and make sure those are the same. Like I said, if there's some discrepancies, if you find something that you got charged double for or too much for or whatever, you need to make sure that you go ahead and contact the bank company, the bank that you have, or the credit card company so that you can dispute it. Look at, like I said, look at those differences. That's number 3. Number 4, resolve all the issues. So that would be disputing, making sure that the information is correct. Maybe you might have tweaked the number or something. Make sure all that's correct. And then number 5, you're going to adjust the balances accordingly. So if there are some changes or if there are some things that haven't been charged or were overcharged, you're going to make sure though that you adjust the balances for that. And then the 6th thing you're going to do is review it all. Make sure that you've done everything that you can do to get your books in order and that you are following the steps to make sure that you are staying on track. And if you start doing this basically every single month, I would start by doing it weekly. Like I said, to get on track, and then you could do it every single month. If you start doing it every single month, when it's time to give your numbers to your accountant or your tax person, you are going to save them and yourself so much time, and you're going to have peace of mind, and you're going to be very happy. They're going to love you. You're going to be happy, and you're not going to have any issues. Trust me, I have seen my clients put these routines in place, and the outcome and the effect is huge. If you need help with doing your bookkeeping every single month and you need guidance step by step, then I have just the thing for you. It's my bookkeeping membership. And if you want to join, go ahead and click down below and join the bookkeeping membership. And we are going to be diving in the beginning of the year. And every single month, I am going to go through what you need to be doing for that month, what you need to track, all the information that you need to make sure that your books are in order. We're going to set up our chart of accounts. We're going to set up all of the categories. I am going to send you different worksheets and workbooks and spreadsheets and all of the things that you can download that's going to help you get your books in order easily and successfully. So thank you for joining me. Hope to see you in the membership. Have a good one. Bye.